Monsters 103 Mercies Dragon Damnation is a mouthful of a name, first of all, but it's also a pseudo prequel to One Piece, written by Oda himself, and they got an anime adaptation recently. Now, I want to mention that if you haven't watched this yet, one, I recommend it, it's good, but two, enter it with the knowledge of it being a one-shot. It's only 24 minutes, the length of your typical anime episode, but it's an entire self-contained story. Now, I'll be honest, although there are stories that can capture a lot in a small time frame, don't expect a stupendously crafted masterpiece that stands up to his parents' story. It's just not that, but it's still pretty good. Anyways, let's jump into it. Spoilers. Firstly, I want to ask y'all what's up with the title, 103 Mercies Dragon Damnation. Damn, that is a long ass name. I get the Dragon Damnation part, courtesy of the big ass dragon, the actual anime. But what does 103 Mercies mean? Is it a One Piece reference? Does it relate to Zoro or Wano or things of that samurai nature? Or is it like a mythology reference, since Oda does like his fair share of folklore? Or is it just a random cool ass name that was arbitrarily picked? Let me know in the comments below. I think it's fascinating to see other works from Oda, because you know, the man's been working on One Piece for so fucking long. We haven't seen how his mangaka prowess shapes up in another story, if that makes sense. I love how the special connects back to One Piece with the context of, you know, Thriller Bark and Zoro being a descendant of Ryuma. It's just really cool to see how things tie back to an arc that has happened so many years ago. It's very dope to see. In retrospect, Ryuma wanting to fight the king, the strongest swordsman in the world, despite being him and not realizing it, is a nice dish of irony. I like the similarities between Ryuma and Zoro. They both kind of live by this honor code, and I especially like when Ryuma tries to persuade Flare into not turning around because of the looting scumbags. Speaking of which, the big twist of Shirano being a two-faced bastard was honestly kind of predictable to me. I mean, I didn't guess everything, but I definitely got them traitor-ass vibes from him. They did a fantastic job of making him extremely punchable by the end. He's just a big-ass scumbag. And his partner, I don't have a lot of thoughts to say about him, he's just kind of there. Probably the most emotional scene of the episode was the moment where Flare walks away from Ryuma, goes to the bar, closes the door, and just breaks down. Damn, that's probably the best scene, the special overall for me. The twisted vision she sees, Ryuma's solid expression, the strings in the back, it's just everything here worked in such an emotional way. But enough of that sad shit, we're going to the action now. The manga transition during the Ryuma versus Shirano fight, if you want to call it that, was fucking flames. It was so raw, bro. This man Ryuma just gets instant respect from me because of this scene. It's so sick. But conversely, the manga fight scene during the dragon fight was awkward as hell. Like, bro, they're not getting away with the shots. What the fuck is this? To me, this shit looks terrible, but it's all good because the rest of the fight is entertaining as hell. You know, it's weird to watch a fight scene happen on screen in the One Piece universe, but there's no like special moves or hockey or devil fruits or whatever. It's just straight sword slashing. And yeah, Zoro does the same, but Zoro like calls out his moves and shit like onigiri and all his different sword styles. You know, it's nice to like see a fight stripped down to just a 1v1, no special shit. We just going boom and bam. The episode ends with this amazing transition to fucking Thriller Bark. I cannot express the hype I had when I was watching this shit, dude. This dude Zoro got some of the quietest yet rawest order I've ever seen in anything ever. Every word this man says has a weight to it that, you know, is heavy as fuck. And Ryuma is literally cladded in fiery blueness. He literally has aura. And that final shot of Ryuma is gold. But there are a few flaws with the special that I need to mention. The colors were a little bland, I feel, and I also thought some of the facial expressions were kind of monotonous. There were also a couple moments that lacked a little logic to me, like when the dude blew the horn, which supposedly signaled the dragon, and yet some people stayed to shout at Ryuma, despite the great surprise attack being pretty well known to be a calamity of an event. I mean, some people did run, but if I was there, I would have pieced the fuck out immediately. The pacing, like the second half of the episode, was kind of fast. To be honest, I think they could have made this upwards of like 35 minutes long just to flesh out a couple of things in that final act there, but it's, you know, nothing up fucking egregious to make it bad. And yeah, that is Monsters 103 Mercies Dragon Damnation. It's a sweet little special, nothing crazy, nothing fucking revolutionary, and it has its downfalls, but it's, you know, overall pretty good. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Peace.